Hey everyone, and welcome to our 100th episode of Brew Talk with Mr. Beer. My name is Robert Lewis. I will be your host for today's show. As always, we appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in and watch all these videos. It's pretty cool. We've had 100 so far. We got a long way to go, so a lot of stuff to still cover. So hopefully when we hit 200 videos, it'll be quite the achievement. But thanks for all your support for the last 99 videos. And speaking of that, if you want to reference our notes for this video, any of our past 99 videos, you can find those on our website, mrbeer.com/blog, or just go to mrbeer.com and click on the blog button in the menu, and you will be good to go. It's probably the easiest way to there, or on YouTube, is the easiest way to check all the videos that we've done. They're obviously on other social media channels, but sometimes those are a little harder to scroll through. So I got another kind of quick topic for you guys today. It's stuff that I think gets overlooked quite often in brewing. And for the longest time when I first got into brewing, maybe the first few times I did it, but then after that I didn't do it anymore because I just didn't see that it was providing any help in the brewing process. But then as I learned a little more, I figured out kind of why we do this. So the question is, will putting your HMEs or LMEs in the hot water before you brew really do anything for your beer? And like I said, I thought it was no, but proven wrong. I'm wrong many times, and I was wrong with this one. So there are a few reasons of why we have this step in our instructions for anything that you're brewing, and why we kind of do recommend that you do this. It kind of may seem like a monotonous step or something that's not really necessary to do, but it does help. So the first reason being that it just helps you mix the malt extract easier in your pot, so you're not having to go, all crazy trying to stir that thing up for 15, 20 minutes or whatever it takes. I don't know if anyone has ever just taken a whole can, opened it, and just dumped the whole can in their pot, but I've done that. If you do that, you'll know it's very hard to mix up. It's very sticky. It's very hard to get it to go into the water. You're just splashing all over the place. It's quite a mess. So making it warm kind of helps it flow easier into the water, helps it dump out of the can easier. Also helps it mix easier in your pot. So you're mixing it into warm water. It's already a warm liquid, so it just kind of dissolves a little better. So that's one reason. The second reason, which I think is the most important reason and why I started doing this again in my brewing, is that it helps you get all the malt out of the can easier. So the more malt you get into your brew, you're going to have a better chance of hitting the OG or original gravity. And you're also going to make sure you're getting the full flavor of the beer. So if you're leaving a ton of malt extract behind in your can in the corners, along the side, stuff like that, this could be reasons why you're not hitting your original gravity, or why maybe your beer doesn't taste as malty, or you're not getting the full flavor that you feel like you should be getting, or if it tastes too hoppy. If you're brewing like a recipe that has a lot of hops and you're not getting all that malt out of the can to kind of offset those hops, you can just have some super hoppy beers without kind of those offset malt flavors to help tone down the bitterness and the hops. So like I said, you're also leaving ABV behind as well, which is an important thing to note, that if you're not, it kind of ties into the original gravity. The more malts and fermentables you have in there, the higher ABV you're going to get. So when you soak your can in warm water, it kind of loosens it up a little bit. It makes it easy to get everything out of the can to make sure that you're hitting your gravities, your ABVs, and getting all the full flavor of your beer that you can. So that's kind of the main two reasons why you should be putting your HMEs and LMEs into water. I think the second is probably the most important. I do see a lot of people, sharing in the Facebook group that they're not hitting their gravities, or that their beers are just super hoppy. And just make sure that these are things that you're looking out for, that you're following the steps and making sure you're getting all that malt out of there to either help boost your original gravities, or also help offset some really bitter hops if you don't like that kind of style. Just going to wrap it up with a quick episode for our 100th episode. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to like it, comment, or share it. We really appreciate that. We post these videos on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, as well as obviously our blog page, mrbeer.com/blog. Got a ton of written blogs on there as well for you guys to check out. Some recipes, some cool stuff, some beer history, all kinds of stuff on there. We do kind of put out different content on different social media platforms. Hopefully we'll get back into some brewing videos soon. So make sure you're following us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We're just at Mr. Beer everywhere. If you're posting any brewing pics, please make sure to either use the hashtag Mr. Beer, or just tag us at Mr. Beer. That way we can share them, and we really appreciate that. We just like seeing what you guys are brewing. And if you want to learn more about Mr. Beer or just brewing with Mr. Beer, join our Facebook group, Mr. Beer's Brewing Society. You can find that just by searching Mr. Beer's Brewing Society on Facebook. Pretty easy place to search things. We do ask that you answer 3 questions, and we won't let you in if you don't answer them. We just want to make sure that everyone is there to brew with Mr. Beer or just talk about beer if they're just interested in brewing. If you're new to brewing and want to learn from us, just let us know in the questions. Say, I don't got a kit but like to learn. Please let me in. I'm just kidding. And we'll make sure to let you in. That's going to wrap it up for this week. I hope you guys are enjoying our Mr. Beer Week sale. Buy 2, get 1 free on refills and recipes. Runs all the way through the 29th of, which is Monday coming up. So don't miss out on that one. Awesome deal. We don't do those very often, so make sure you're celebrating Mr. Beer Week with our sale, drinking some home brews, and brewing some beer. That's going to wrap it up. Like I said, I'll talk to you guys next week. Cheers.